not enough to say, yeah, LeBron's fantastic. Hey, he won 4 MVPs in 5 years. He did make 6 All NBA. He has the most All NBA selections ever. And like for that reason, I think he's a great player. I think he's top 10. It's not enough to do that. What you have to do is be like, and also I think Michael Jordan played in a shitty era. That's why I have LeBron so high. Like it's not enough to just praise a player. You have to go after, like you said, you have to invent negatives, right? You have to take out specifically bad narratives, right?
Here's the worst one. Jordan never had a and shout out to Nick Wright, the fanboy extraordinaire, the Clutch Sports. Jordan never had a winning season or even a winner series without Scottie Pippen. Now that's one of the most disingenuous, stupidest. Shout out to Eric Perry for putting that clip out. It's one of the stupid, most disingenuous arguments because you're basically saying Scottie Pippen coming in, not even being an all rookie, not even averaging 10 points a game, and even in the playoffs, only averaged what? I believe in he didn't average 10 points in the playoffs, and he didn't average 8 points a game in the regular season.
But he carried Jordan. You understand?
Carried Jordan to a 50 when that team won 50 games.
Yep.
And that team beat the Cleveland Cavaliers.
So, wasn't that the series that Jordan averaged like 48 and 8 or something like that?
He averaged 45.
Yeah.
He averaged 45, like 8 and 6 or something like that.
Some crazy shit. Yeah.
Horace Grant averaged more than Scottie Pippen. Why not give Horace Grant the credit?
Oh yeah.
But then that's what I'm saying.
Grant was better than Pippen for like three straight years while they were on the team.
They played the without games, and then failed to realize, hey, other than the 07 season, LeBron had significant help on any team that made it at least to the finals. He had significant more help than Scottie Pippen ever was. Again, when you start to unpack things like that, they'll tell you, well, look, Jordan had so much defense. This is the other thing. If you're going to, this is what we do in these debates too. You know what I tell you about? I don't like the hide the dirt tactic.
Fuck you.
That's not just all of you. Because everybody does it. But if he was on a great team, that's the point. That's literally the point of being a great player. Having a great team. Well, because there's so much help around. No. Once you get the help, what do you do with it? You understand what I'm saying? Once you get a Dwayne Wade average, mind you, against the Celtics, which was supposed to be a super team, right? Remember, in 08, they played not 08, 2010, the Heat played the Celtics in the first round. They lose in 5 games. But Dwayne Wade goes out there and averages 33 points on 56% shooting. Not true shooting. Shooting. Not true shooting percentage, but shooting. With Mario Chalmers and Michael Beasley averaging 10 points a game around. Now obviously they lost, but did Dwayne Wade have a drop playoff series against those super team Celtics? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look, you go and you play with that guy, and now there's all types of excuses. And that's what I'm saying. Once you get the help, once you get your Scottie Pippen, what did you do? What do you think? Once Scottie Pippen became an All-Star, Jordan never lost. Other than 95. When Horace Grant is now playing with the enemy.
Oh, yeah. And that's actually one thing that I've actually given you credit before for like actually persuading me of that. And before I answer Helly's question, but yeah, I give credit to you all the time for that. That's a great point. When you have the help, what do you do? Because there have been times, right? We've seen it before where teams have been favored or had objectively better rosters and the superstars just shrunk and disappeared, right? Like, we've seen it before. But yeah, you're right. Magic, was on a good team, but he didn't, he was also a great scorer. He was a transcendent. He became the best passer of all time. That doesn't happen necessarily if you it's not like you can put any other player in that situation. He does the same things. that's definitely not the case. You know, it was his greatness that kept that team and made that team go, obviously. And I like that was a huge point. I really liked that logic. It's like, yeah, you can have the best team ever, but if you don't do your part and you shrink and disappear, it doesn't matter. Helly, hey man, listen, when it started off, I'd like to think that it was a little more objective than it is now. And I was there to kind of sprinkle some sanity and objectivity into their overall discussion. But hey, man, as the years went on, it was clear that, hey, like the only goal was to elevate LeBron at the cost of everyone else, dude. Sanity and just talking to the game went out the window. You know, when every other topic is LeBron's great, Michael Jordan's terrible, you know, you've like went off the deep end. So just gonna do it. Yeah, I was on there for way too long, to be honest. But like, you know, it was fun. We had our fun. No hate to the guys there, but you know, that's not really what I signed up to be like, hey, let's talk about different things. Let's debate. You know, let's talk about the games or the season. Let's talk about different players. Let's talk about the rosters. Let's talk about who might be good this year, you know. But no, it's just even today. Look what they're talking about. Jordan mid-range versus Kobe. I guarantee you how that conversation's going to go. So, you know, like, you know, it was a long time, but we're done now. Try to go a different direction. And we're going to see. What do you think about that, Ro? He says, I haven't seen Magic lately on any major networks.
Well, yeah, I guess he's more into his business part. Magic always floats around, right? He owns the Dodgers, he owns part of the Lakers, right? Stuff like that. He's probably doing, you know, Magical show up when he wants to, just like Isaiah. You know, Isaiah shows up to assist the fanboys, right? Because
Magic's probably disgusted, man, of like all the shit that's happening right now.
Yeah, more likely. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? He got his cure and he got his business. So
yeah,
you know,
he's a busy man.
Sure, well, you know what? He was thrown in the middle of the whole Genie situation, right?
Oh God.
Yeah, you know, he did have his part in recruiting LeBron to the Lakers, and that's the next thing I wanted to talk about too. Yeah. About LeBron being objectively the LeBron era being objectively a success. And I wanted to keep eye on that, right? So I don't want to preview too much of that, but
are you gonna do a show on that?
Huh?
Are you gonna do a show on that?
Well, I want to do the debate with King Shy on it.
That's right.
Has LeBron era of the Lakers been objectively successful? And you know what the fanboys are going to go to? They're going to go to the bubble ring, the Disney Championship, right? When you have players opting out, teams not really wanting to do it. But you know, obviously and honestly, let's keep it real. It was a Save ESPN that was on, which again was pretty important. I will say this. It was important because ESPN at the time, and even though I think they do a horrible job covering the NBA,
yeah, they do,
are a major NBA partner, being that, you know, ESPN can't go under being that they got to give the NBA that money. I mean, really, pretty much when you don't have ticket sales, you don't have concession sales and stuff like that, ESPN actually, you know, having to pay the salaries of the players or pay their part so the owners can get money to pay salaries of the players. That's pretty important, right? But you had that bubble situation where they needed content. You know, sports needed to resume at that point in time. But it just, when we look at it, it wasn't the same type of championship as the rest. You want to tell me it was harder? No, I'm not buying it. You want to tell me the conditions in the bubble where you're eating lobster steak, playing golf, got tents to play PS5 and shit like that? Like, come on.
Oh, how terrible was that? Having to play golf every single day. You get it like a 6-month break during the season.
Oh, by the way, your GOAT, he watches golf. He doesn't watch podcasts. Even though he has his own podcast, he doesn't watch podcasts. He doesn't care what people think about him. Even though on his podcast, he responds to what people say about him. I swear, the most pathological liar. I'm telling you that. I
He
mean,
really is. He really
I
is.
don't hold that against him being a pathological liar. I don't.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
I listen. Like it's so hard to like. I don't really take anything he says seriously because he's always just he's always using it in some kind of an angle, right? And
Yeah.
it's really just a. Now listen, I do can't now if you're talking about the success of that era of like his Lakers 10 or whatever. Obviously, I do count that ring. You know, I'm not one of those guys who
It
doesn't.
counts.
That,
Yeah,
yeah,
it does.
but you know, obviously, it's silly to pretend like there weren't, and even like even if like we're talking about the competition, right? Like he went through a few like bad teams, but I'm not one of those guys who just sits there and says no, that didn't happen. But you know, yeah, I mean, if you're looking at like that objectivity of like the stretch, right? Like, well, you missed the playoffs a couple times. You were widely favored. What was it?
You get out the first round one other time.
Yeah, when you had Howard, you had Westbrook, you had Melo. Like, you don't make the playoffs. I mean, it's tough. Like that'll be a good debate. I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah.
Debate.
See, you know, and they'll go to things like the Lakers that are not making the playoffs the 5 previous seasons, right? What 14, 15, 16. 14 because they made it in 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17.
Yeah.
And the 18 he comes there. They also missed it in 19. They don't realize they missed it in 19 his first year there. They only won 2 more games than the previous year. You know, so what were we gonna say? It was LeBron couldn't make the playoffs in the West until Anthony Davis came. You know, it's 30. It's 30. We're not downplaying the sacrifice playing during COVID. Oh my God, what a sacrifice to get to make millions of dollars and play during
But I was in a resort away from my family for 8 months. Oh
yeah, I mean, you know,
Rachel Nichols was getting passed around. Like, come on.
You know, and that's the thing. But it's like, okay, so you only won 2 games. You blame the injury, even though you went 2-14 after coming back from injury. Even though you lost out by 11 games to a team like the Clippers, who traded their best player, which was Tobias Harris. The fact that Tobias Harris was their best player in the first place, and they traded him and still made the playoffs, 11 games ahead of the Lakers. Well, yeah, that wasn't a successful year. The bubble chip and then 23 was the only other. In mind, you were 43-39 in the year you made it to the conference finals, and you basically caught 2 injured opponents that you outmatched to get there, and then you got swept by the team that outmatched you, and pretty much have outmatched you since the Denver Nuggets. You know, we're talking about the Lakers here. The Lakers don't go that long without championship. I think the longest they've gone without a championship in their history. Well, if you want to consider the Mike and era to the Jerry West championship, they find the Jerry West. So that was the longest. But since then, in the modern era, they haven't gone they haven't gone longer than 8, 9, 10 years without a championship. So you know, there's if you're going to judge whether it's successful ever, especially considering the amount of money that has been spent, the amount of players and future Hall of Famers that have been brought in, the amount of, yeah. I mean, is that a good enough track record to say this has been a success? You had 1 season where you were wire to wire, a good season, and that season was interrupted by COVID.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a once in a generation type. We'll see. What's up, Sturdy? Bless us with your presence.
Hey, what's good? I finally got some time, you know what I'm saying? Because, it's snow day. Ain't shit else to do.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Honestly, I'm just trying to help y'all elevate, man, instead of just doing the same old hypocrisy. That's pretty much it. Like Travis, I just get straight to the point, right? On one hand, it's just been a continuous hamster wheel of LeBron fans keep giving LeBron all the credit for team success. But on the other hand, the same breath, when you try to give a proper circumstance on anything in terms of team result, it's all LeBron's fault. So it's like that's the main reason that's the main reason I stopped getting on platforms like this, because like it's a hamster wheel of idiotic takes. It's and I'm not fault, not idiotic, Hippocratic takes. Like the
Let me
fuck.
ask you a question, 30. Let me ask you a question, 30. In football, let's look at Josh Allen. The Bills have not won a championship, right? In the Josh Allen era. Who gets the most blame for that? The coach, the GMs, or the defense, or Josh Allen?
Definitely the GM. Well, I'm sorry. I get what you're trying to get to, but like for me, as a guy who played, coach, and what be honest, most of my life a football fan, I don't do the win loss shit for quarterbacks. That's actually idiotic as hell to give one position and then the ultimate team sport the credit for a win or loss for a team game. That's beyond stupid. But that's my opinion on that.
I was a big. I don't know if you watched The Wire. I was a big fan of The Wire. One of my least favorite characters, but one of the most pivotal characters on that show was Marlo Stansfield, right? And he went up to that security guard and he said, "You wanted to be the one way, but it's the other way." Basically saying that you want the big dog, but I'm the big dog, and you want it to be one way, but it's the other way. That's just the way it is. The quarterback is always going to. Now, mind you, the quarterback. And when they win, like Patrick Mahomes, is going to get most of the credit. He's going to get more credit than Andy Reeves, right? Andy Reid, the coach, who probably controls more. That's just the way it is. The star player, and mind you, the star player who can play, but mind you, this is the thing who I'm getting at. The quarterback doesn't play defense. So when the defense fails, the quarterback has to score more points. Well, the star player is going to get more credit, and he's going to get more of the blame. LeBron James gets a lot of credit. Mind you, he gets pretty much all the credit for 2020 and the bubble championship. Guess what? Anybody ever refers to Anthony Davis NBA championship in 2020?
Yes, they do. I don't know. That was a rhetorical question. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt. I don't know that was a rhetorical question, but yeah, AD does get credit for AD definitely does get credit for winning a championship, contributing to the championship Lakers in 2020. As a matter of fact, so much so, I was just having a conversation yesterday how much AD is literally one of a handful of basketball players in history to win at all levels: high school, college, NBA, Olympics, and FIBA. Like he's one of 3 or 5 niggas in the history of the game to do that. So yeah.
So when people are talking about AD around the courts in the barbershop, what do they always really refer to?
They refer to his injury prone history as being a soft player.
First and foremost, right? Now, what you just said, and mind you, I just had to realize that, he won at every single level, including the Olympics. Only him and Bill Russell really the only ones I could think of mine, and probably Michael Jordan, the only ones I can think of mine that I can even say that about.
Magic Johnson.
Magic winning. Oh, yeah, he won with the Dream Team, right? Right? So you got him and LeBron. But you know what? Do you know what they say?
No, LeBron never went to college.
You're right. So LeBron skipped college, but he played. But if you're going to look at it, he won at all 3 levels that he played with. But to win at all 4 levels, yes, Anthony Davis is one of the guys. Even Melo, who won as a freshman, one and done year, never won in the NBA. Right? And this is what I'm saying. They refer to his injury proneness. They don't refer to the guy that brought the Lakers another championship. They don't, bro. Now, I mean, you can sit there and okay, well, yeah,
they do both
on that team, but that's what I mean.
I'm saying they do both. Like, I don't. Why is this an absolute thing? Okay, I'm saying, bro. Why is it an absolute thing? That's not reality.
It's 30. Let's not get. 30. Let's not get.
Let's not talk common sense. Okay.
No. Let's get into see. Here you go. Right when you say I affect the way it debates, Judge, and I tell you, I want people to tell the truth. I want people to not lie. Well,
that is the truth. Did I lie, sir? I just want to for clarification, to the audience. I'm asking, did I lie?
Yeah, you did because at the end of the day,
what statement did I lie about, sir?
Bro. People do not sit there and bring up champion when they bring up Anthony Davis. They really not the NBA level. They people barely care about him winning in Kentucky. People barely care about him winning with Michael Kidd Gilchrist in Kentucky. They no witnesses. Okay. Maybe Brock does. Maybe Brock does. He's a Kentucky fan. But other than that, You know what I'm saying? Like they don't bring
That's
it
not
up.
accurate, bro. That's just not accurate. But I feel you though. Continue.
I mean, again, when you say this is, this platform is doing hypocrisy and stupid shit. Well, number one, we are talking about
No, I
we're
mean,
talking
I've
about
never
what
said that
happened.
anything's ever all LeBron's fault, right? Like, if anything,
Yeah, and the thing is,
like,
right? You're right.
because
Again,
you're right.
I
It takes
bought
a team
I
to
bought
lose.
Cleveland the championship. I bought Cleveland champ. Kyrie Irving was so appreciated on that championship team that he was on the trade block the next year. Come on, bro. Like we can't do this. And at the end of the
It's like,
day, that's what I'm saying. When it comes
if
down to it, there are
so, for
things that
example,
are
if the Lakers
hypocrisy.
won, like, I don't think it'll happen this year. But if they somehow, let's say, hit their stride right time, won the title this year, right? I would be the first one to be like, hey, fantastic team effort. Go through the season, and I would say LeBron has 5 rings, legitimate 5 rings. I wouldn't be like asterisk. He was a second or third option. He would just have that many rings, right? That'd be completely fair. And I wouldn't need to say, oh, I wouldn't need to immediately juxtapose him to like Mike or Kobe, and vice versa. Also, yeah, there are those guys on those sides too. Like, we want to be in the middle, right, where we don't have to tear out the other players down. And yeah, like, I still have LeBron as the GOAT, but I'm not above calling these people out. And I think
So,
that's pretty
so
interesting.
Travis, can I ask a fair question then?
Sure.
If it's BS, why entertain the BS? Like to a point we're not, right? Like for example, I wouldn't label this as a quote unquote LeBron or Laker era because like if you want to label like that, that's fine. But like me personally, right? I'm not going to give majority of the credit or majority of the credit to one player on a team that has 12 to 15 niggas. What that is doing though, that is contributing to the already BS narrative, the fact that he gets all the credit. And that's what I'm referring to, Travis. If I'm saying if we if it was just me, right? If I'm just give you a more in depth answer, right? If I were to gauge the time with LeBron with the Lakers, as quote unquote says, a success, I'm gonna bring up all the factors. I'm gonna bring up all the positives. I'm gonna bring up all the positives. I'm gonna bring up all the negatives.
Mhm.
But I'm not gonna do it in a way that's like, oh, these niggas said something nasty, so I'm being nasty with my answer. No, I'm just gonna tell the truth. And that's the thing that's been missing a lot in discourse. It's like niggas can't tell the truth without getting through their narratives first. But
Question 30. Question 30. The last 8 seasons with the Lakers, name a single individual who's been there for the entire 8 years. Even Jeannie Buss don't own the team no more.
well, she does have ownership of basketball operations,
Yeah,
but I feel you.
she's not the head. She's not the majority owner anymore. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Rob Pelinka,
but I'm saying, okay, that was don't answer your question. Okay.
Yeah, but see, first of all, I really meant for players, but no one has been in their role for the past 8 seasons other than LeBron. Like Anthony Davis was there for six of those years, right? Luka just got there last year, so that's 2. No other player has been in. So yes, LeBron has been a constant, and so yes, we will judge the 8 years based on this being the LeBron era. They've done a lot, and mind you, now this everything that came out, everything that just came out this week is stuff that a lot of us cats have been talking about for years, right? Has gone on. Now all of a sudden it's all coming out, and then of course Jeannie Buss. Well, I didn't say any of that about LeBron. Yeah, yeah, I love the passive aggressive. I love the passive aggressive tone there, right? Nothing else in the article because it was an article about the entire Buss family, right? But that part that went viral, of course, is the quotes or the alleged quotes
Damn,
about
bro.
LeBron. And the
Finna
only
make me
part of
be
that
an
article,
asshole.
that was disputed, that Jeannie disputed, was what was said about LeBron. Ain't that a coincidence? Well,
I
and
think you're missing what I'm saying, bro.
no,
I think you're missing what I'm saying completely.
I'm not missing what you're saying.
Whoa.
Kind of going on.
Hey, but this is where the hypocrisy comes in, and that's why you always got to keep the same energy, right? Everybody, so you won't get caught in this web of hypocrisy. It goes on both sides. I think the thing that you getting on LeBron about for the Lakers is warranted, but you would have to go back and get on Magic Johnson for a lot of things that he did in the '80s with the Los Angeles Lakers. that was documented. That a lot of people
Okay.
do sweep under the rug.
But what you can't,
Hey, he
yeah.
did get a championship coach fired, and all those other
Oh,
things
yeah,
as
no.
well.
Wait. Here's the thing. The Magic has never hit his disdain for Paul Westhead, right? He never had to hit his disdain. Matter of fact, he went out publicly. He went to the owner and said, "I can't play for this nigga. It's either trade me or get him out of here."
But ain't that
And
essentially what you cook a LeBron for? Going to the front
but see,
offices,
this is the thing.
um,
Hold on,
and,
because you gotta
and things
understand.
of that nature, though.
Wait. You got to understand. Magic Johnson had success. If he didn't win 4 more championships, then guess what?
I mean,
He'd have been an asshole.
but
You
did he
can't be
get West
you
Head
can't be an
basically?
asshole going to
But he
9
basically
finals
got
in 12
West
years.
Head fired. But he basically got West Head fired after they won
And
the
he
chip.
won.
After they
That's the
won the
thing.
chip.
He got his way. You're right. He got his way. Then he won. They lost in the first round the year after the year before Westhead got fired. So when
But
they came out
you want
stuff.
to know
Hold
the
on, hold on,
difference.
hold
You want to
on.
know the difference though,
Go
Ro.
ahead.
And this is where you slipping at. The difference is Magic Johnson. He's right in the midst of a young player, a young rising star about to take over the league. This nigga LeBron, an old son of a bitch. So the
But
thing
got his
is,
way.
but the thing is, LeBron want to make moves because he's desperate to get that last ring because he know his time is ticking. So
But
yeah,
this is the point. But
he gonna put
hold on.
pressure.
This
Yeah,
is
he
the
gonna put
point.
pressure on organizations. Yes, he
You're
gonna put
right.
pressure on the front officers because he need this done ASAP because he
But
don't have long to go
listen
before
here.
his career end because his career ended right now, basically in front of our eyes. But
But
the thing is,
listen
he
to
know he
this,
doesn't have
Herman.
time. So yeah, he needs the Lakers to get on the pedal. Yes, he needs the Lakers to do this now. This is where LeBron fucked up better. This is what you should touch on if you go touch on anything. Touch on the
I'm gonna
fact
land
that
my
LeBron
plane.
James taking that 52 million. That's what hindered the Lakers. That's
Okay.
what hindered Rob Pelinka from making moves.
Put it
That's
this
what he
way.
should get cooked
It's
for.
not even about that. It's not even about
It
that because
is
that's the
about
max.
that.
Hold on, no.
It's
He's
about
in
that
the
more
max.
than
Hold on,
anything.
listen. He's in the max salary slot. They're already over the cap. They can't spend that money anyway. Like if he gave the 52 million back, they can't spend that money anyway because that's his slot. You already slotted this way, right? So at the end of the day, they are hamstrung by the move because they don't have picks to trade. They don't have they're not developing young talent except for Bronny James, which, going nowhere. And then Dalton Connect, right? So you haven't had first round picks. You passed
But
on
if
guys like,
LeBron
no,
would have
hold on,
opted out, if LeBron would have
listen.
opted out, they would have had it took the veteran minimum. The Lakers would have had plenty of cap
Yeah,
space
but
to
you're not
improve their
expecting
team.
nobody.
He
That's
did
the
not
thing. You're
opt
not.
it out.
That's like the
So
Kobe
that's where he
situation.
fucked up at.
Hold
If you
on, but
go
that's like the
accuse
Kobe
LeBron James of
situation.
something, that's what you accuse him of.
But
You don't sit up there and
hold on.
accuse him of shit that we seen other players done the
You're
same
missing, but
damn
you're missing
thing.
the point, Herm. Even the Kobe situation, that was Kobe's slot. If Kobe took the veteran minimum, they're not spending that money on anything. That matter of fact, what the reason why the Lakers were openly tanking. Let's keep it real. They openly tanking because they would have owed a pick for the Dwight Howard trade, and they didn't want to. So that pick was always top 5 protected. So the Lakers did not want to lose that pick. Therefore, they knew that they weren't going to do shit with Kobe being injured and at his age and all that. And they wanted to get guys like Ingram, Ball, you know what I'm saying? D'Angelo Russell. They wanted to get those top picks. They didn't like one of them picks should have been Jason Tatum. Now, mind you, could you imagine them losing that pick? So they were really tanking on purpose those years because they knew, okay, we're gonna play for 2018, the summer of 2018. We finally get Kobe and everybody off the books and blah blah blah. Then we've had our players. Then we'll finally lose that pick because the deeper it go, the less the protection was. So they lost the pick, right? Finally, and it was a minimal loss. But by the same token, they were able to rebuild the team. LeBron became the guy. They had Julius Randle. They had all these guys. They were actually hitting on those draft picks. And then, okay, let's go forward. They traded all those draft picks, and then the draft pick, mind you talk about Dyson Daniels, you talk about what's a lot of guys that could have been that went in that trade for AD. They should be on the Lakers right now. This is stuff that me and JB always talk about. Now you have a team that's like decaying teeth. It's sweet at the top, but at the end of the day, it does. You don't have good defenders. You don't have a good overall. You have no youth. Like they don't. The problem with the Lakers now is they're top heavy and they can't defend anybody. Well, when you look at a defensive player of the year like Dyson Daniels, being one of those players chosen, or one of those Lakers pick, DeAndre Hunter, they managed to get Jackson Hayes and all of this, right? They actually could have lost the lottery pick. They could have turned into Cooper Flag. The Lakers just happened to make the playoffs, and they finally got that pick back, or whatever it is. Now they own their picks going forward. But at this point, there has been no success. When you compare it to the Magic Johnson situation, he got a coach kicked out. He didn't trade players, he didn't trade picks, he didn't get nobody else traded. The Norm Nixon trade for Byron Scott had nothing to do with him. And it turned out, okay, yeah, you finally put Magic at the point guard, Byron Scott's the shooting guard. They won championships. They got to the finals more years than they didn't get to the finals. So that level of success, you can't compare that to the Magic Johnson situation, because Magic Johnson just got one coach who really was kind of messing up. They got knocked out in the first round, and they were struggling that next season. So then obviously Pat Riley worked out. Who's worked out coaching wise for LeBron? Is JJ Redick Pat Riley? I don't think so.
I don't know, bro. You get selective when you want to go full context. You kind of miss Herm's point. You kind of miss Herm's point.
Hold on, 30.
I didn't know I was done talking. I didn't know I was done talking. I didn't know I was done talking. My bad.
Go ahead.
The reason why I say you get selective with the context is because it's just as simple, bro. It's like the reality of it. Like I just said to Travis about 10 minutes ago, people can't tell the truth without getting off their narratives. The reality is, as a player, you can leverage your stardom or your contract circumstance to try for the organization to make certain moves. But at the end of the day, the moves the organization make, it's on them. That's why they're the front office. That's why people have job descriptions next to them. That's why I was going to say to Herm, right? The season before this one, LeBron did wait to opt in, but then the Lakers didn't do nothing. And so the way I look at it, from any person who just values common sense, it's like, if I tried to do this thing for this person and they show to be incompetent at this moment, why do the same exact thing? But instead, you see it as absolving LeBron of responsibilities. I see it as common sense.
So when you say the Lakers didn't do nothing, didn't they get Luka Doncic within the past calendar year?
I didn't say that at all.
You didn't say the Lakers didn't do nothing?
But I did say when he did not opt into his conversations 2 off seasons ago, the Lakers didn't do shit that off season. That's what I did say. They didn't.
Okay. Oh, but since then, in the past calendar year, in the last calendar year, I don't think we passed a year since that trade has been made. They have gotten Luka Doncic. Oh, actually, no, it actually has gone in the calendar year. Okay, cool. But still, within the past 2 calendar years, they've gotten Luka Doncic, and you count that as doing nothing. See, okay.
I didn't say they didn't. No. I said that off season, bro. Off season. Why you keep saying no? You're changing what I said, saying they didn't do nothing the whole fucking time. I did not say that.
Okay. And
we just did it.
Were the Lakers under the cap? The Lakers ever?
Oh, they had a lot. Yes, they were under the cap. Yes, they were under the cap. They had free loans to sign niggas. They had more than 30 million. I know this shit because not only I was on other Lakers fan panels, but also talking to beat writers in Twitter spaces. My nigga, they had over $30 million in cap space at that time during the off season, and they did not do shit.
Which off season are you talking about?
The one prior to LeBron signing his last deal with the Lakers. Well, no. It was opting in. My bad. Opting in. Not signed.
So Anthony Davis, mind you, I saw when Herm said LeBron didn't take the. I said the Lakers were over the cap anyway. They had Anthony Davis. So right there, you got at one point Anthony Davis and hold on, Anthony Davis and LeBron.
I didn't say anything.
80% of the cap themselves. Then you have Austin Reeves making his 15, 16, 17 million. Then you have a lot of other cap obligations. The Lakers were never under the cap. And the last time the Lakers were under the cap was the Anthony Davis offseason.
I said they had $30 million to operate, and they did.
They had $30 million under the aprons and not under the cap. That means all you can really get is the mid-level exception. The full mid-level exception. Bro, they had to watch Alex Caruso walk over out the door and it's LeBron.
That's not what I'm talking
I'm
about.
not.
You talking about some shit years prior to what the fuck I just said, bro.
But we're getting into the minutia, right? We're getting into minutia. We're going into a lot of technicalities, and I can promise you the Lakers were never under the cap, right?
I didn't say it was under the cap. Fuck.
Okay, you said they had $30 million to operate, which again, that means they can only use the mid-level exception to go. They can only use the bird rights in a mid-level exception, right? So that's it. They can only use the bird rights to sign their own player to over the cap, or the mid-level exception, or the mid-level exception, depending on how far they are over the cap. That's how the NBA rules work. You say it did nothing. Getting Rui Hachimura, who's actually one of the best three-point shooters in the game, actually won the game for them last night against Dallas, ironically, with hit 2-3 clutch threes. The only player shooting significantly over 40% on the team from three. Actually, the only player that I could see is a defensive level forward at this part. Okay, cool. Let's go here because
you did selective shit, bro. I did not listen. Understand this shit, bro. I said they did not do nothing that off season. Stop doing that shit, bro. You literally responded to a point I did not make.
Honestly, because I don't even remember which off season you're talking.
You got it in the nigga. You got it in the comp, nigga. I specified it, and then you literally got in the conversation. Oh, the Lakers did nothing. Like, stop doing that shit, bro. If I'm respectful, if I listen to everything you saying, do the same courtesy. The fuck?
All right. I want to keep it on the overall. I really want to keep it overall because the
overall, bro, is this simple, bro. When you evaluate a franchise, it's not just one player. That's not an opinion. That is a fact. And just like you, a person like yourself, who constantly wants to have debates where you're not just divvying around just one player, you should understand this basic concept. Nothing happens in the NBA just off one player. There's not a result, especially within an 8-year fucking span, that happens because it's just one player. That's the truth.
LeBron's been in the league for 23 years. And I said at the beginning of this conversation, I bring the negatives to everybody in my GO process. Every single player from Bill Russell to Hakeem Olajuwon, I bring up their negative points. It seems like we can't do it with LeBron, and once you start listening to negatives, they get so much. They start getting so much. And this is the thing. What you're disingenuous is you don't believe that LeBron gets all the credit for his successes, and you don't want him to get the smoke when there's failures. And that's fine.
Did I say that? You're not listening at all, bro. Nigga.
No,
what I said specifically. No. I said specifically, my nigga. That is stupid. What you mean? Because like, nigga, you're misquoting me. You're literally responding to points I didn't make. What you mean? You don't need to. What?
Homie. I'm gonna summarize everything you came up and said the same way you summarized.
What you just said did not imply that was not what the fuck my premise was at all.
Relax, bro. Relax. There's no need. Like, at the end of the day, there's a lot of fanboy narratives out there, and you can act like you don't hear them. I sit in these TikTok lives. I watch Nick Wright through clips and shit like that. When Nick Wright brings up the Jordan never won,
you choose to indulge in the fuckery. Yeah, I understand, bro.
I'm sorry, you're right because it's you have to defeat them. Look, when I said this. When we bring up the fact, like, how do you feel about when I say people hold Jordan having great teams against him in certain debates? Don't you think that's an asinine thing to do? To say, this player had great teams, so he can't be that great.
I agree. No, and that's like, bro. Okay. I keep it consistent. No, bro. Listen to me. Understand this. I keep it consistent. I think it's stupid when anyone tries to boost players or negate players for stuff they can't control, i.e. teammates, i.e. competition, shit you cannot. Hold on. Let me finish. Shit you cannot control. I don't care who the fuck it is. That is dumb. And so that's my point. What I'm not going to do, I'm not going to get nasty with other people and be like, oh, since you're doing that to Jordan, I'm going to do that to Magic. I'm going to do that to LeBron. I'm going to do that to Bird. I'm like, there's no point of it.
Cool. What I'm saying is, for a player to have a great team is a credit to certain player. For a player to be a part of a great defense is a credit to that player. For a player to be on a Super Bowl winning team, it's a credit to the players on the team. What we want to do is say, well, the Bulls had the greatest defense of the 90s. Well, that Jordan can't be that great because he had great defensive players around him. My
Who's
point
we?
is, hold on. My point is, what you do when you get the help. That's how we have to judge players. Instead of, I don't. Again, I tell you, when I do the base, I don't play the without game. That without Pippen. That without Jordan had Rodman. You know, Jordan won 3 championships without Rodman, right? You know, the only player that hold over from the first three-peat was Scottie Pippen. So it's like
I ain't knew that was a
this is
question.
the thing. No. Listen, this is the thing that people do, and it becomes ridiculous. You understand it? Even the Lakers part
Shit, you
has
a
been a
walking
revolving door of
contradiction,
players,
bro.
right?
That's
Of
what I'm
LeBron's
saying.
career.
Man. I'm trying to tell this nigga.
No. Listen to what
Cause you ain't
I
cooking
over.
Giannis. You ain't
But
gonna cook Giannis right now.
why would I cook Giannis?
He deserved to be cooked.
Well, again, Giannis has stayed
Team
put.
under
Hold
500.
on. Giannis has stayed put. Won that one championship, and what's the name? The team has been a revolving door of injuries and shit like that. Yes, they got a couple
You
of
proving
coaches
my
fired.
point.
You
Well,
proving
I
my
get.
point. You proving my point.
Okay. How's that
Easy
proving your
work,
point?
man.
Wait.
Easy
How's
work.
that proving your point? How's that proving your point? They
Cause
made
you
it to the
coming up
playoffs.
with
Hold on,
excuses.
listen.
Don't you know the LeBron fans can do the same shit you doing?
Okay, but
Don't you know the LeBron fans can do the same
wait.
shit you doing?
Okay, if you're gonna call me hypocrite, where's Giannis in my top 20, in my top 10? He's
No,
barely
you
sneaking in the
don't get
top
what I'm
20 for me.
saying. You don't
No, I
get what
get
I'm
what you're
saying.
saying. I get what you're saying. You're asking me to put. See, I think we need to understand this. There's a GOAT situation, right? And this is what we were talking about. How we bring up
Why
things.
you focus
GOAT.
on the GOAT debate?
Well, that's what we were kind of talking about, right? Because at the end
Nah,
of the
you was
day,
talking about the Bron
no.
fanboys. You
How
weren't talking about the GOAT debate.
Brian fanboys act in the GOAT debate. So when I have LeBron at number 8 and I bring my negatives, oh my God, all you do is talk negative, blah blah
You
blah. But I
just
talk
added that
negative.
shit, nigga. I was listening to the whole stream.
Bro. I talk negative about everybody. LeBron's
No, you
negative.
don't.
Okay. So tell me why. Tell me that. Why didn't I just own the Magic situation that you said? But again, then I'm going to say Magic got a coach fired, but then went to how many more finals? After that, he went to 8 more
Shit, it
NBA
helps when
finals.
you got
Oh, he
one
went
of the
to 8
best
more
players of
NBA
all time
finals
with you too.
in
He
10
got one
years.
of the
He
greatest
went to
players with him too
wait.
of all
If you
time.
go to 8
That
more
helps you.
NBA finals in the 10 years after you got Westhead Can, is what am I knocking him for? It
And plus,
worked.
you get a number one picks, James Worthy too. So this context behind the reason why he
Okay,
kept winning.
see,
It's
that's what I'm saying.
context.
But okay.
Did
Should I
LeBron
hold that
James with the
against?
Lakers
Should I
get a number one
hold
pick?
that against him?
Did LeBron James with the Lakers get?
No,
He got multiple number
LeBron
one
James
picks.
changed the
Cause Michael
Lakers pick.
Thompson was drafted
LeBron
too by the Lakers.
to get Anthony Davis.
So did
Hold
LeBron
on,
James get
listen.
multiple number one picks with the Lakers? Did LeBron
He
James have
traded
a
his
top
pick.
5 player of all
He
time and
had
Kareem
the picks
Abdul-Jabbar with him?
traded.
Did LeBron
Oh
James
Jesus!
have guys like a Byron Scott and a damn Michael Cooper with him since
How
he
did they
been with
get?
the
Okay, do
Lakers?
you
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
how
we
the
could go down
transaction
that
to get
route
these
if you
players?
want to go.
Do you
We could go down
understand the
that route, buddy.
transactions that were made to get these players? They were first of all, the Worthy
Nah,
pick was
cause the
traded.
Lakers
The Worthy
bamboozled those
pick was worked
franchises. They
out before
cheated. The
Magic
NBA
Johnson was a
cheated for the
rookie.
Lakers and the Celtics in the 80s. Since you
Oh
want
God!
to
So
let's tell the
that's the
truth.
stupid
Let's tell
narrative
the
you want to
truth.
use. That's the stupid
Let's
narrative
tell the
Herm
truth.
want to
So
use.
that's a narrative
So that's the
that
stupid. So
after you win a
again,
championship, you get a number one pick and you get in the
yes,
NCAA Player
that
of the
pick was
Year.
worked
The
out before
following year,
Magic
after you won
Johnson
the
was
chip,
even
you get
drafted,
James
sir.
Worthy. You telling me that's not cheating? You
How's
telling
it
me that's
cheating? It
not
was a pick
cheating?
that was worked out. See, what you not understand.
Ah,
None of
yeah,
this is things
yeah.
you don't
Okay,
understand. Maybe you're
okay,
too young,
okay.
Herm. The pick
Yeah,
was worked out.
hypocrite at its
Okay,
finest, man. You a
How
damn
did the
walking
Lakers get? Or the Lakers were a
contradiction,
47
son
win
of a
team.
bitch,
The
man.
Lakers were a
You a
47
sad
win
bum,
team.
man.
Hey,
You a sad
Herm,
bum, man. You know
Herm.
the
The
NBA
Lakers were
rigged
a
it for the
47.
Lakers and
Okay, we just
Celtics in
gonna
the
talk.
80s.
This
You
is
know
why
they
you can't
did because
debate
they
me, my
wanted to
style, Herm.
capitalize off of Magic Johnson and
You
Larry
cry
Bird. You
about the
know
way
they
we
did, man.
debated,
You
yet
gotta
you
stop
can't have a
that, man.
conversation.
You gotta stop that, man. You full of shit, bro. You gotta stop that. You know the NBA were pushing the shit at
Listen.
that Magic Johnson and Larry Bird rivalry, and they did everything they
Herm.
could to keep those teams right. Why ain't that the Celtics were
Jesus
able to draft
Christ,
Len
you're an
Bias?
idiot.
Rest in peace, Len
No,
Bias.
Herm.
If Len Bias didn't
This is
die, the Celtics would
Herm.
have kept winning. Michael Jordan would not have made the
I
finals
don't
if
do
Len
ifs.
Bias didn't die.
I don't do ifs.
Man,
So
so at
let's
the
go.
end of the day, we gotta tell the truth, man.
Hey,
Stop
Herm.
lying,
Since you're
man.
telling so
Stop
much
lying,
truth,
boy.
Herm, since you're telling so much truth, how did the Lakers get with 47 wins? How did they get the first pick to draft Magic Johnson in the first place? Oh, you don't know?
Nigga, fuck your
Oh,
questions. I just want you to tell the truth.
okay, see,
Fuck
that's what
your
I'm talking
questions.
about.
Tell the
This
truth,
is
man.
why you're a. This is
That's
why
all I
you're a.
need you to do.
This is why you're an
Fuck your questions, nigga. Tell the truth.
insincere
Until you tell the
debater.
truth,
This
I
is
ain't gonna
why.
answer
No,
the
no, no.
questions
So
until
they
you tell the
traded
truth,
Gail
man.
Goodrich.
I gotta
They
hear you tell the
traded
truth.
Gail
I ain't
Goodrich
playing
in
your trivia game,
1975,
motherfucker.
76.
I ain't
I
finna
know.
play your trivia
You're
game,
commenting on
motherfucker. You
shit
you
you don't
need you
know
need to tell
about.
the truth. Until you tell the truth
Oh
and
Lord
shit you
Jesus.
saying in
Oh
your
Lord.
soliloquies and your dialogues,
Lord.
I'm
Okay.
not answering no
Hey,
questions from a contradicted,
Hearn.
hypocritical son of a bitch King Rowe. You gotta tell the
You're
truth, nigga.
talking
You
shit
gotta
you
tell the
don't
truth,
know.
motherfucker.
You
Tell the
talking
truth.
shit you
If
don't
you
know.
tell the
You
truth,
want to
I'll answer
blame
your
Magic
questions.
Johnson
If you
for his
not gonna tell
team
the truth, I'm
working
not
out
answering your
trades
questions,
with
man. Tell the
floundering
truth. I'll
franchises.
answer your questions, man. I'll answer your questions if you tell the truth. Tell the truth for once in your lifetime, and I'll answer your
I'm
questions.
literally unpacking this shit, and you just keep talking because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Herb, this doesn't have to be nasty. We're debunking shit. I think y'all gotta realize this show is called Debunked. Therefore, we debunk certain narratives. So here's the fucking narrative, Herm. The trades were worked out because guess what? Gail Goodrich was a superstar. The New Orleans Pelicans needed to sell tickets, so the Lakers traded Gail Goodrich for the first pick of 97 of 79. Now, what was not expected is the New Orleans Hornet Jazz, I'm sorry, would be a bad team in 79 with Gail Goodrich. So they were a bad team. The coin flip won the toss, won the first pick, and the Lakers had it. They did not use lottery protections. There was no such thing as a lottery. Most teams would trade that round pick of a certain year, and it just so happened the two teams that the Lakers worked out with in 79 and 82 became Magic Johnson and James Worthy. Now, if you want to blame Magic for that, that's fair, but that had nothing to do with Magic. These picks were worked out before he was even in the fucking league. So if you're going to hold that against him, well, guess what? He got James Worthy and got to
Hey,
the
sturdy
finals every year.
backstage
See
too.
what I'm
Let's
saying?
sturdy back
Okay,
on, man.
again. Just like Scottie Pippen, the pick that drafted Scottie
You
Pippen
full of
was the
shit,
New York
man.
Knicks pick. Wait. The pick that drafted Scottie Pippen was the New York Knicks pick. We traded it to Seattle. Seattle traded it for Olden Polynice. Right? They traded him and another first round pick later on for Scottie Pippen, Olden Polynice. That's how Jordan was able to get one. Are we going to hold that against Jordan? When Jordan has nothing to do with that
That's not the
as
same
well?
comparison. That's not
No.
even the
I'm just
same
so
comparison.
why would be a comparison? You forget that Norm Nixon was traded straight up for Byron Scott. See what I'm saying? Like you don't even know this shit. So
Nah,
Norm Nixon was already
but see,
on the Lakers. Hold on, Norm Nixon was
I
already
mentioned the
on the
number one
Lakers.
picks. How Michael Thompson was acquired.
Michael Thompson, they
Lakers won
acquired
3
him late
chips
this year.
before they got Michael Thompson.
I basically would have to go look at the what's name. They acquired Michael
Yeah.
Thompson late in his
But what
career.
I'm telling you, the same shit.
Um,
All right.
uh,
This how we'll nip this in the bud. King Rowe. I'm asking you this because I heard you a lot of times cooking LeBron, and I agree with a lot of shit you say when it comes to cooking LeBron because I
but
don't mind
what
cooking
you have not
LeBron
heard
either.
what I said, and this is the problem, Herm.
No,
What
no,
you
no,
have
no,
not
no.
heard that I
I feel that
said.
you don't even know what I'm finna get to. You don't even
Go
know what
ahead,
I'm gonna
bro.
get to.
Go ahead.
So my thing is, King Rowe, have you had moments of watching how LeBron's career played out? Have you felt that the NBA in some kind of way try to help LeBron James in any kind of way?
Oh, I believe so. Oh, yeah, that's what they've done for star players. I believe that. But what you tried to say is those picks that the Lakers acquired, were the NBA trying to help them out? No. Those were
No, they help heighten the rivalry of Magic Johnson and
well,
Larry
it did,
Bird, which
but
started
okay.
in
So what you
college.
trying to say that
Hell, hell, it
are
was
you
so
trying to tell me?
bad. It was so bad that
Hold on.
the Celtics really drafted Bird in '78.
Remember the
They
three
had
picks
his
you're talking
draft
about.
right
But
since
wait. Listen,
'78.
Herm. Listen, Herm.
Man, the
Be fair.
NBA knew what they was doing, man.
Herm, the
You ain't
three
gotta
picks you were
lie,
talking.
man.
Okay, so Herm, the three picks you were talking about were done before the lottery era, right? They actually used a coin toss. So the two worst teams in the league, I think the worst team in each conference would have a coin flip to determine who got the number one pick. You realize that, right? So you telling me the coin flip was also fixed? Because we believe that the lottery is fixed. We believe that the frozen envelope for the New York Knicks, right? We believe in that shit. but they literally flipped the coin. They would have the 2 owners there or 2 GMs, whatever, and they would flip a coin to see who got the number 1 pick. Are you telling me those picks were the coin flip? They use a weighted quarter or whatever the fuck they use?
Man, that's full of shit. That's cheating.
The thing is, Herm, if you're going to talk about it, then talk about it.
That's
I know the
cheating.
history.
That's cheating,
Maybe I know
bro.
the history a little bit better than you, just based on the fact that
Nah, I know the history as well, but what I'm
Okay.
saying is, if you believe that the NBA helped LeBron James in any kind of way, why in the hell you don't believe
Okay,
that the
so here's the
NBA
thing.
helped Larry Bird and
Let's
Magic
go
Johnson?
there. Let's go
It
there.
helped
They
heighten the
helped Larry.
rivalry of the
Hold
Lakers
on,
and the
listen.
Celtics, which
Let me speak.
ultimately,
Okay,
King
if
Rose
you're going to
saved the
ask a
NBA.
question,
The Lakers and Celtics rivalry saved the NBA. If it wasn't for the Lakers and the Celtics rivalry in the 80s, you wouldn't even have the NBA today. So yeah,
great.
I believe that they rigged a lot of shit up for those 2 teams so they could make sure they met up in the finals damn near each and every year as many
Oh, they only
times as
met 3
possible.
times. They met 3 times, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
but you want
So
to know
here we
why
go.
they met 3
Here we go.
times? Because Larry Bird back started going out on him. But in
Well,
hindsight, by the time that started happening, by the time that started happening, they already capitalized. The league was already saved.
You're right.
The
But
league was
that
already
was
making
still
the money. So at the
3
end of the
times
day,
in
the
9
NBA
years.
capitalized off of Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. That rivalry saved the NBA. So what you would do for that rivalry, which the
Understood.
NBA should have done for Jokic and Giannis, which the NBA should have done for Jokic and Giannis, make sure those 2 niggas compete every year. Make sure those motherfuckers have great teammates around them. So that way you could have capitalized off of Giannis and Jokic. The same way the NBA capitalized off of Magic and Bird, they could have done the same thing for them. But I'm telling you straight up, if you believe the NBA cheated for LeBron James and they done things to help LeBron out, they damn sure done things to help out Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. Got to
So
keep the
so
same energy, man.
so 2 things. I'm gonna be real quick because you go for long, but I'm trying to go. I'm not trying to go on the diatribe. I believe they've helped Magic, Larry, Michael, and LeBron. I believe they helped Kobe and Shaq as well. So if I'm on the understanding that the NBA has helped his star, his biggest marketable players, right? When I look at the fact that they're helping all of them, well, then I'm going to look at the level of success with the help. LeBron has the least level of success considering the amount of help he's been given. They've looked the other way on trades. They looked the other way on tampering. Like right now, you got what's the name ready to file. Austin Reed's agent ready to file tampering charges against Rich Paul and Clutch Sports, right? Based on the fact that Rich Paul is publicly commenting on somebody else's client, trying to get him traded or whatever the fuck it is, right? So whatever the situation is, right? At the end of the day, last Sunday on Vince show, you know what I said at the beginning of that show? I don't know if you caught it because a lot of this is what happens when we on these streams for a while. People hear part of what you say, don't hear what you say. Beginning of that show, I said, guess what? LeBron going to Miami, KD going to Golden State. Anybody who used their free agent right to go where they want to go, I do not hold against them. And that way, there's no need to be defensive. So if I'm going to say they've helped every guy that's the face of the league, then guess what? I'm going to still judge you based on the fact that the league is helping you, and I'm still going to judge you objectively on your success. So I don't play that game. I know they helped everybody. I know they helped it because again, you say they helped Bird and Magic. Well, they played 3 times in 9 years before Bird's back went out. Birds went went out in 88. So they went in the league 9 years together. They only made it. Both of them each one of them was in the finals, I believe, almost every year. There was no year where the Lakers or Celtics were, but the Lakers and Celtics only faced 3 times. So at the end of the day, hey, we got a Golden State Cleveland finals 4 years in a row. I'm just saying. So if you want to look at help, okay, cool. I'm still going to judge you. I'm going to judge things equally. The point that I made at the beginning of this when I first pulled up is that LeBron fanboys use narratives that you basically, oh well, this guy got this, and forgetting your guy got all the help too. And at the end of the day, my thing is once you get the help, I say LeBron James can have an all-star team. I'm still going to judge you just win. LeBron James has gotten 5, 6 Hall of Famers. Matter of fact, if we get into the 22 season, 6 of those guys, that's the 6 in that picture. If you believe Rondo's going to the Hall of Fame, which he probably is, or going to the Hall of Fame, and they didn't make the play-in tournament. That's a monumental failure that has to be put on his resume. But fanboys don't. They want you to ignore that, and they want to scapegoat everybody else but LeBron. I'm not the one to do that. But
No, I think the difference is, bro, and this is what you're missing completely. It's the value you put on those negatives, right? Like I said, everything matters in a player's career, right? If you want to say everything matters, right? However, even the earliest thing before at the beginning of your die chart just now, you said, okay, say they all got help. I see it as LeBron had the least amount of success with the given help. And that's factually just not true. Especially when you quote unquote do the GOAT top 10 shit. He don't have the least amount of success with the quote unquote help. That's why I don't get it. They got 4 championships. There's niggas in the top 10. There's niggas in the top 10. There's niggas in the top 10. That niggas in the top 10 that has less championships and have missed the playoffs multiple times in their career. That only have 4 chips. For instance, for those who don't know, guys like Larry Bird got 3 chips. Guys like Hakeem got 2 chips. Guys like Wilt Chamberlain got 2 chips, and they are in the playoffs. I mean, they're in most people's top 10. As a matter of fact, 2 or 3 guys I named did miss the playoffs at one point. So it's like the point is, okay, that's factual. It happened. Okay.
I'm gonna ask you again. Did Larry Bird miss the playoffs in his entire career?
No, so you literally just missed what I just said in the last statement.
Because hold on. Out of players you probably will listen, Larry Bird probably was the least successful, right? Okay, you want to objectively Wilt Chamberlain?
No.
Wilt Chamberlain. Hold on. Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain.
I didn't say Larry was the least successful. I did not say that.
Well, okay, no. Oh, okay. Listen. I'm gonna say that Larry Bird, because I didn't even bring in Wilt Chamberlain at the point, but then Wilt Chamberlain also owns 75% of the NBA record books, has records that will never be broken. And we will all.
You proving my point.
No. But there's different things to that. There's different things levels to go. There's different things that put guys in the GOAT conversation, right? There's different things that put guys in the GOAT conversation. Yes. Records, things like that, a lot of different things. And when you combine the resumes, LeBron James has missed the playoffs 2 times in the 8 years he played with the Lakers, despite having a considerable amount of help, despite having the franchise do everything he wants. This is why this Genie Bus shit is coming out, right? This
Allegedly.
is why. Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, I know.
Me personally, I take every grain of salt what a white woman says about a black athlete. That's just me personally.
Oh, now we playing that game. Okay, that's cool. You're right.
You want to? That's your right. I just see it, bro. That's how I see it.
You know what? But LeBron can't go on a black couch. LeBron can go on Club Shay Shay and give his clap. But no, you're gonna. I don't care what people say.
I'm a LeBron fan, bro. You keep doing this fanboy reaction shit, bro.
Well, see,
I'm a common sense fan. I'm a fan of common sense. I'm a fan of common sense.
Hold on, you play that game. Play that game. At the end of the day, LeBron got his own. He got his own podcast. He got his own little media outlet. He can tell his own side, or he can just no comment, which he should have did, right? But okay, that's another story. The bottom line is LeBron has missed the playoffs 2 times. And that's why I'm asking, objectively as a Laker fan, if LeBron wants to be considered an all-time Laker, was this a successful era? And that's up for people to decide. It's a very subjective question.
Why you keep saying objective then?
First of all, objectivity is the way you look at it, right? I'm going to look at things objective, but subjective. The answer to that question is subjective, meaning it's based on whoever looks at it, right? Based on whatever the person think looking at it, right? So at the end of the day,
I think revise that.
Okay, whatever the case. Hey, I just woke up from a nap, man. Snow day, bro. Like I literally saw Travis jump to me. Like I asked my wife what time it was. She said it was 1 o'clock. I'm like, oh shit. But anyway, end of the day, when it's the Lakers and they've had the Lakers been a spoiled bunch. The Laker fan base has been a spoiled bunch. Two times missing the playoffs and 2 times out of the first round. 6 playoff made, right? 4 of them, 3 of them, you had to get to play in tournament to get inside, whatever. Is this a successful season? I mean, era objectively, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's depending on what you believe. The people will say, "Oh, winning a championship," even though it's the circumstances around that championship. And where do you go from here? That's a whole different. That's a whole thing. So people go,
Like,
hey, look, it is what it is.
like you
Something to
said,
talk
like you're
about.
right. It depends how you look at it, right? I see it as just simple as this, bro. There's only been 20 teams. There's only been 20 franchises to win a championship. That means there's been 10 teams to not win a championship. There's over 6 teams that have, there's over like I think there's over 6 teams that haven't even. No, I take that back. There's only 10 teams that have never won a championship. So in my opinion, especially in the way we see the 2020s going so far, there's been 5 different champions in this decade alone. There's been 7
Uh-huh.
different champions in the last 7 seasons. So
Uh-huh.
it depends how you view it. If this decade ends and the Lakers are one of the other 5 teams or only one chip, it looked like the 70s. And it looked like the 70s. And regardless of how they did it, and I do want to say this to that condescending remark y'all said earlier. But yes, I'm gonna say it. The COVID, when I said them athletes were sacrificing, they were. During a time of pandemic, they were sacrificing time and loved ones away from their family to play a fucking game. So to be snarky and have a remark about it and downplay the sacrifice they did when you got players like Dwight Howard say when he was in the fucking bubble, his baby mama died and he could not console his child. He wanted to play a fucking game. Yeah, I consider that sacrificing.
Okay. At the end of the
Just
day,
like any person, just like any person that was during COVID that was trying to put on for their fucking family. That's a sacrifice.
At the end of the day, and look, I'm sure something with the Player Association could have been worked out where he left the bubble and came back. I'm sure.
He didn't. No, but he didn't. I'm not doing hypothetical shit, bro. He did not.
Okay,
That man sacrificed.
Well, then it was a choice. Sacrifice. Let's keep it real. Hey, a lot of us who served in the military, we sacrifice. So let's not go there with the trying to trump each other. At the end of the day, these people made $1 million. Like I said, well, hold on. If I was snarky and what's the name, all I did mention the fact that ESPN needed content. They needed to do something. The guys needed to get back to playing. They had to finish that season. They did it. Let's not act like it was the worst thing that ever happened.
Who said that? Who said it was the worst thing that ever happened? Who said it?
At the end of the day.
So no one said it. So no one said it. Stop doing that, bro. Stop responding to what someone said.
Comments. Hey, Sturdy, you came in the comments and said.
No, I will always be passionate about that shit, bro. Niggas, no, y'all, it's recorded already. Hold on. Millions of dollars is sacrifice. Don't do that shit, my nigga. These are human beings, bro. The fuck wrong with y'all?
While people were losing their loved ones. Let's keep it real.
Nigga, exactly. It was a choice. Nigga. It's a choice. Every Bradley daughter was sick, so he chose not to fucking go. So it's a choice, like you said.
Stop acting like.
Don't downplay. No one said it was the worst fucking thing in the world. So stop responding like someone said that shit, bro. You need to stop doing that shit, bro.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it again. Let's stop acting like, because no. When I say something,
you gonna say it again? I'm gonna say it again too.
So just yelling, don't make your point. I'm gonna clarify. If you're gonna hold me to what I say and what we say, then let me clarify. At the end of the day,
don't act like it's the worst thing in the world. No one said that shit.
No, see,
so I'm not acting that way. I'm acting this way because y'all dismissed my fucking comment and y'all dismissed the men's effort.
Okay, they play basketball. They play
basketball.
They got to play handsomely to do it. Hey, Daniel House lost his goddamn marriage because of the shit. I mean, like I said,
I don't give a fuck about all that shit.
I know you don't. That's what I'm talking about. But I gotta care about Dwight Howard and his baby mama. I get it. We all know that people were losing loved ones left and right to the point where here in Brooklyn,
y'all laughed about it. Y'all laughed at the idea they sacrificed. What sacrifice? Your family members only dying. What sacrifice you making, nigga? You can get paid millions of dollars. What sacrifice you doing, bro? That's corny. The fuck?
Okay, it's corny. It's corny to make a sob story. End of the day, these players live a charmed life.
That's a piece of shit remark, bro. I can't cap, bro.
It's so funny. No, the
problem is, bro.
The problem
That's
is, no,
can't
the
cap,
problem
bro.
is it's so funny
That's fucking
because at the
crazy,
end of
bro.
the day, it's made like the only person. Because again, we remarked about
No,
how we
you keep
remarked
doing
about the
this
fact.
hyperbolic shit,
No, no,
bro.
no,
I'm
no, no,
saying
no,
what I'm
no.
saying, no more,
I
no
don't do
less.
hyperbolic anything,
Yes, you
my
did,
dude.
bro. You did it just
I'm
now.
going to
You let's not
say
make it
it
the worst
again.
thing in the
I'm
world.
going
No
to
one
say
said it was the
it
worst thing in
again.
the
No, see,
fucking
you keep putting
world.
words
So
in
what
my
you
mouth.
doing,
Can
bro?
you let me speak, bro?
No,
This is
I'm repeating what you said. I'm repeating what you said, bro.
okay. So
No,
let
I'm
me
not. It's get like
let
this.
me
It get like
let
this
me
only when you
clarify. Oh
misconstrue
my God,
people's
this is
statements, my
awful.
nigga.
This is
Don't
awful.
misconstrue my statement.
This is
Don't
awful.
misconstrue my statement.
I'm going. I know you misconstrue mine. See, the thing is, you do the shit that you accuse people of, and they get mad about it, sturdy.
No,
They
I
get
no
mad
no
about it.
no no.
So
I
at
try.
the
I
end of the
defend
day,
common sense, bro. You
look,
don't.
at the end of the day, these guys played. These guys got to go to Orlando. Yes, it was challenges, and I believe I said that. I guarantee you, if I go back and watch this, I believe I said they were challenges, but they overdo it. And guess what? Guess what? The one that always gets the big end of the stick of that narrative is LeBron Ramon
That's your
James.
fucking
He
problem, bro. You
always
keep
gets the
talking
big.
in
No,
narratives.
they
When
act
I'm
like
talking in
LeBron
fact,
James and the
when I'm
Lakers were
talking
the
in
only
fact,
ones
you keep
doing
talking in
shit.
narratives, bro. I'm not talking in
No,
narratives. Why you
now,
keep
now,
responding in
so, hey,
narratives?
Man, you gotta be like me, King
The
Ro.
fuck is
Fuck
wrong with you,
LeBron.
man?
Fuck LeBron,
everything
man.
we talk about
Yeah,
is
bro, it's
about
not about
narrative.
LeBron, bro. No, the fuck we don't. If I
It
say,
goes back
no,
to
it's
that.
not, bro. That's your problem.
Bro,
Everything's not
bro.
about
If you want
narratives.
to say fuck LeBron, if you want to say fuck LeBron, this whole show is about LeBron. We don't hide it. Hey, Travis wanted to do the show, right? And I'm the
Nigga,
one.
I've been told you have a visceral fucking perception of his career. That's not what I'm saying right now, nigga.
Visceral my
Lock
ass, bro. I
in.
say what the hell I say, and I don't apologize to it. I speak about everybody. I speak about
I ain't
everybody
ask you all that.
with the
You
I
same
ain't
don't
ask
cook
you all
on
that. I ain't
everybody,
say all
though.
that. No, the fuck you.
objectivity.
He clearly don't. He
You
clearly
don't
don't.
Okay.
cook
He
on
clearly don't.
everybody, though. You don't cook
He
on
clearly don't.
everybody, though.
Yes, I do.
I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, trust me.
No, you
LeBron
don't.
gives me the most.
You
Look,
just made an excuse
let's
for
be real.
Giannis. You
Hold
just
on.
made an excuse
LeBron
for
and
Giannis.
Giannis give me the most to cook.
Man,
No. LeBron, no.
He
Stop
just
talking.
made an excuse for Giannis,
No.
bro.
All you
He
doing
just
is
I cook
did.
everybody, though. I
wait.
cook everybody.
The guy, no.
You're
First
fucking
of all,
capping.
the guy is doing 100 days of cooking LeBron is calling me out for cooking LeBron too much, which is very ironic and ridiculous.
No, you just
Okay.
got to come with facts, though.
No, but I do.
You ain't factual with everything you're
You mean like
saying, though.
you were trying to cook on Magic Johnson and blaming him for the Lakers actually acquiring draft picks before he was drafted?
No, I'm
Come on, my
not
dude.
blaming.
And
I
you didn't
did
even
not.
know
I
where it
never
came
blamed
from.
Magic
Come on,
Johnson. But see,
bro.
that's the thing.
Stop.
I never
Stop.
blamed Magic
No. See,
Johnson. I'm
the
saying that
problem is,
the things
y'all
that
think
you
that I
accuse
have no right
LeBron
to say what
of,
the fuck I
you
say.
could do the same thing with Magic
I don't
Johnson.
have
That's
a
all I
LeBron
said.
James
The
hate
same
channel.
thing you do with LeBron, you could do with Magic Johnson. Is that a fact or is not a fact?
But if I had things to cook
I'm
Magic
just asking you a
Johnson on,
question.
I
It's just
would.
simple.
I
Yes or
don't.
no?
Wait. Oh, again,
I
because
don't
I'm
need
going to
no
say it
soliloquy,
again.
nigga. Just a
I'm
simple
going to
yes
say
or
it
no.
again. Soliloquy or nothing. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again.
You must
If I
hey,
had
hey, you
things to
easy
cook
work,
Magic
man.
on,
I ain't gonna
I
lie
cook
to you,
Magic.
man.
Wait. First of all, this Lakers
You easy
situation is
work,
cost me
man.
Magic for, which I said in this conversation, my nigga. Magic as a GM is the reason why LeBron is here in the first place. I did say that he recruited LeBron to the Lakers, right? And I did say some of the moves, like matter of fact, letting Julius Randle, who would go on to win two All NBA teams, 3 All-Star teams later, right? Letting him walk out the door for nothing. That was Magic Johnson's decision himself. That was a bad decision. Had nothing to do with LeBron. Other than the fact that Magic thought that LeBron could not play with Julius Randle, they thought it would be too clogged of a front court, right? Okay, but that was a bad decision. That was losing value for a player that had value, and mind you, actually was the second best player of the team that knocked your asses out of the playoffs last year. So I will cook Magic when it deserves to be cooked. As a player, the nigga made 9 finals in 12 years. How the fuck? What am I supposed to cook him on, Herm?
Well, but I'm gonna say this though.
What am I
It's
supposed to cook him
easy.
on?
It's
You
easy to
just prove
make
on
it.
his point. You just prove a point. But
No, I
that
do
statement
mine.
alone,
No, I did
whoa. With
not.
that statement, whoa. Look at the
No,
statement you just said. Bro, look at the
no.
statement you just said, bro. Whoa, look at the statement you said. That nigga made the 9 finals in 12 years. What the fuck am I gonna cook him on? You just proved her point. There's no perfect nigga. There is no perfect player. There's no perfect nigga.
I didn't
Like
say
you
you
just
perfect.
said,
Wait.
no. I didn't say you said that. Listen. Understand something, nigga. Hold the fuck on, nigga. Listen. Fuck.
This
You got
is
2
ridiculous.
ears.
No.
You got 2 ears with a mouth for a reason, bro.
You
You
got
got
2
2
years
ears
and
with a
you
mouth
don't
for a
use it.
reason, bro.
Look. You got 2 years, you don't use them. What am I gonna cook?
Bro, you.
Travis Johnson dribbling out the car. No.
You proving your point.
All right. I'm not gonna do this because what y'all do this all the time. Y'all jump on what I'm saying. I can't cook him on anything on the court.
I've been quiet though.
He was successful on the court. So what am I? He did not miss the playoff. LeBron has missed the playoff with 5 Hall of Famers on the team. I'm going to cook these niggas. No, y'all getting your feelings about
What 5
shit.
Hall of Famers? What 5 Hall of Famers he missed the playoffs with?
Melo.
I'm interested to hear this.
Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, and Rajon Rondo. Those are the
Rondo wasn't on the team, so that's inaccurate. Rondo was not on the team with Russ.
Rondo was on the team at the beginning. He's in the fucking preseason photo, my dude. He got traded.
Oh my God, man!
Oh your God! He's in the preseason photo, my nigga. Man. What the fuck? They were favored to take the West. What are you talking about?
You still gonna count Rondo and he wasn't on the damn team?
Dwight Howard wasn't even on the team anymore. Bro, what are we talking about?
They got rid of Dwight Howard too, dumbass.
Yes, they got rid of Dwight Howard. No, they didn't get rid of Dwight Howard.
Yes, they did. Dwight Howard wasn't on that team.
They didn't get rid of. No, they got rid of DeAndre Jordan, sir.
He wasn't on that team.
Herm. They got rid of DeAndre Jordan. They benched Dwight Howard. They did not get rid of Dwight Howard. So the fact of the matter is, he still was on the team, right? They got rid of him once they were out of playoff contention. Come on,
bro. Are you saying Magic is uncookable? Are you saying that?
I just cooked Magic. I went.
I didn't ask you all that.
Hold on. Tragic Johnson getting swept by the Pistons in the '89 finals, getting knocked out, got gentlemen swept by the Phoenix Suns in '90, and catching HIV to stop his career because he couldn't stay out of the Playboy Mansion. That's what I'm going to
But it's easy to make it to 9 finals out of 12 years.
Hold on.
When you got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on your team. So, I mean, you got to be real about that, too.
Hey, Herm, I get. So what did you just say? Having Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
No, well, getting swept by the Pistons. Getting swept by the Pistons. No, getting swept by the Pistons. No, this is not hypothetical. I'm about to say. Getting swept by the Pistons when you had a hamstring injury. That's not a cookable thing, bro. That's really not.
Well,
yeah, Magic was hurt though.
Wait. Y'all asked me to cook them. Those are the worst things that.
That's not. No one cooks Magic for getting hurt against the Pistons.
Hold on.
No one cooks that nigga for that.
Sturdy, who thought he had a hamstring injury? Now y'all asked me to cook the man. I'm gonna cook him.
Nigga, no one cooks Magic for getting a hamstring injury.
A player who had so much success, I just went to the worst things that happened in his career.
No, that's not, bro. That's what you're missing, bro. It's not about the worst thing that happens in a player's career. It's about owning player. Listen. This is what you don't understand the bird, bro. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. It's not about listening to the worst things that happen to him because that's not what cooking is. Cooking is holding players accountable for deficiencies of shit they can't control. On shit they can't. On shit they can't control. Like for example, you can't control if you get a hamstring injury, bro. That's why. That you can't control that. It just happens. It's like somebody trying to cook Jordan. It's like somebody trying to cook Jordan for having a foot injury. That's stupid.
Could have broke his foot. I mean, what do you want me to do? I don't know. What do you want me to do?
I want you to use common sense.
No, see, that's the problem. Y'all don't seem to understand this.
That's the problem to use common sense.
First of all, we all know Magic Johnson, my favorite player of all time. I actually had him as GOAT before Michael Jordan won his championship. Right?
Oh, so you completely ignored Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's career. Oh, you always disrespected Kareem. Okay, that makes sense.
No, I didn't. Here we go. See, this is the problem. I see Travis let us cook, but see, this is the problem. Why am I disrespecting his career? If Magic was the best player,
you thought Magic was greater than Kareem, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's fine. That's an opinion that I'm allowed to have.
No, that explains everything, bro. You ain't gotta explain nothing to me no more, bro. That explains everything, bro. You can't be consistent with that statement, bro. You can't be consistent. Everything you just said made no fucking sense at this point. You talking about a nigga that has 6 chips, 6 fucking MVPs, and you talking.
And what I got to do with that? Okay, so
Magic don't think he's greater than Kareem, nigga. The fuck about it.
That's right. So at the end of the day, At the end of the day, you ask me to cook, guys. I have so much
Oh
to cook
shit.
LeBron on, and then y'all mad at me for cooking him. I just had to stress.
No,
I just
Nick,
had to
no,
stress.
no. I'm
No,
mad
no,
at
I
you
had
not
to.
using common
Okay,
sense,
so
bro. I
so
want you to
let me
understand this.
so
Please
30,
understand this.
30,
I'm mad at you
30,
for not
30,
using
30,
common
30,
sense, bro.
30,
I don't
30. It's a
care.
it's a simple
I don't
question.
care
30,
how you feel about
30,
LeBron,
30,
bro.
30. Listen. This is our
Go ahead.
show.
Yes.
What
Go
am
ahead.
I supposed to cook Magic on?
You could cook him as the type of defender he was. You could cook him on like you just mentioned the
I'm
Tragic
on
Johnson
that.
shit.
I'm on that.
Yeah,
I
you
said Travis
could,
Johnson.
and this is just nuanced shit. Like you could cook him the fact that a lot of like what Herm tried to get into it earlier before y'all argued on some of the reasons why he got Westhead fired. He didn't get Westhead fired because Lakers wasn't winning. He got nigga fired because he didn't like his style of play.
Which is
That's
ironic.
not no
It's
that
ironic when he
no
goes to college and plays run and gun, which is
no
okay.
no no no. But what you're doing, Ro, you're justifying this action, and I'm just explaining what happened. There's a difference. You get what I'm saying?
But
I didn't give no reasons why he did it. I just said he did it, and that's what happened.
okay, and again, think about this. What me and Herm was arguing about, nothing had to do with getting Westhead fired. None of that you name had to get with
Herm
had
did bring that
anything to do
up.
with. Yeah, I know he
Herm
he
did bring
brought
that
it,
up.
but
What?
it was the point. There was the point. But this is the point. When he says he wants me to give Magic smoke for getting Westhead fired, the same way I give LeBron smoke for all the coaches he's gotten fired. We known at least three or four of them were his choices to get fired, right? The fact of the matter is, Magic had the level of success to justify the firing. Pat Riley became that nigga, right? They actually went with the right guy in Pat Riley. I said this. Is JJ Redick Pat Riley? Not exactly. He don't even have the fucking temperament. Like JJ Redick is a better coach than we expected. Is he better than Ham? Arguably, I mean, I guess they are at the same level. The fact of the matter is, you still didn't need to come with the success. You get knocked out in the first round after getting Darvin Ham fired. When you went to the conference final with Darvin Ham, guess what? You got to take the L. Again, that's the point.
But this what we got common sense, bro. Is like on one hand we gotta believe in this white former 304 hoe and Jeannie Buss when it comes to everything she's about LeBron, but we don't have to take in anything she said about why she hired JJ Redick or how much she believed in JJ Redick. It's LeBron shit. It's like why is it so inconsistent? Why I gotta believe this white hoe when she says about LeBron, but ignore what she said about why she hired JJ Redick.
Listen, so now we believe the article. Okay, cool.
No, that's not no. You missed what I just said, my nigga. Why is it like that?
I haven't spoken publicly on it. I haven't spoken publicly. I've only spoken privately on the Jeannie Buss situation. Well,
So you gonna answer my question?
I'm gonna
So you gonna answer my question? So you're not gonna answer my question.
I'm gonna answer your question. Jeannie Buss is trying to save her business career. She's trying to look like the businesswoman. Mind you, she is a woman in business. She is a nepo baby. She is trying to save her reputation in case for anything else she decides to do in her career. So she wants her side of the story out. This is why the things that came out in this article are things I've been saying has been going on even before some of it even happened. I said that the 2022 season was going to be a disaster, and why?
That's not an answer to my question. That's not an answer to my question.
Because you saying why do I believe? Because I said why do I believe? Because she's telling her side of the story. Why should you believe her? Because she's telling her side of the story. Now again, guess what? She's basically
there's no way you heard half the fucking question. No way.
Wait. I am answering your question, sir.
No, you heard half the question. That's what I just said.
She is basically admitting she's played into LeBron's one, and she's saying, "Hey, LeBron has taken none of the credit, anything that went wrong. He's taking none of the responsibility."
No, she said that nigga was ungrateful. That's some bigot terminology, nigga.
Yes.
Some biggest shit to say.
As I saw the videos of him and
fuck you talking about ungrateful, bitch.
As I saw the videos of him at a fucking barbecue at Russell Westbrook's house in all season when he still was a Washington Wizard. He actively recruited Russell Westbrook. Once that season went left, and I said this was going to happen before it happened. LeBron
didn't answer my question, bro. You rabbit hole on some Westbrook shit.
No, I'm not rabbit holing.
You are rabbit holes in Westbrook shit, bro.
Again,
she said he was ungrateful. The fact that we drafted his son. That was what she said. You didn't even answer the question. Yeah, that's what I said. You rabbit hole into Westbrook shit.
First of all, his was a hypocrite. You said allegedly. You said allegedly as if she didn't.
Allegedly what? No, I'm saying what you were saying was alleged.
If you
The shit
understand
that you
it,
said for years was
hold on.
alleged.
As you
I'm
understand it,
repeating what she said. She literally
oh,
said
now you believe she
she literally
said it.
said no nigga. Just what you fucking missing, bro. My thing is
She's been quoted
why.
in an article. She's been quoted in an article, and she
Fucking
has since
God, bro.
denied. Hold on, she denied the LeBron James.
This nigga, bro.
She denied saying everything she said about LeBron in the
Love King
article.
Roll, man.
No, no, no,
This
no, no,
nigga,
no,
bro.
no, no, no. Love King Rowe. Listen to King Rowe. If you're gonna talk about what King Rowe say, actually
I
use your
mean,
two ears and
you a
listen.
capping
She
motherfucker now,
On one
denied.
bro.
hand,
I ain't gonna lie,
that's why I'm
bro. I ain't
trying to
gonna
get a
lie, bro.
clarification. Bro, on one hand, we supposed to listen. My thing is, bro, is this: we supposed to listen to Jeannie Buss when it comes to LeBron, but not supposed to listen to her when it comes to JJ Redick. That's
Well,
literally what I'm saying, my nigga.
obviously, she wanted LeBron's recommendation on JJ Redick. So
That's
again,
not
she's
what the bitch
willing.
said. That's not what that hoe
So,
said.
so one. Okay, so that's and I believe it. I believe it to be true. LeBron James is guy.
That's not what that hoe said.
Man, you know, you guys, that's what happens when you cap like King Roll. You be a hypocrite like King Roll. And you just show a level of
No,
hypocrisy that you ever
no, no. I
seen,
don't show
man.
hypocrisy. If you let me fucking, if
You
you
fall
let me
off the panel
speak.
like that, man.
No,
It happens, man.
I
That's
clicked
not what
on the
that hoe
wrong one.
said, bro. That hoe said she believed in JJ Redick.
Okay,
She
now
said
that's wrong.
he believed in the future of us. That's what she said, bro. What
That's
the
cool.
fuck
That's
you
cool.
talking
That's cool.
about?
Hey,
That's what she
Jeannie.
said.
Hey, let's be real. Jeannie Buss is a shit owner. Her dad. Again, if her dad could know what's going on, he'd be rolling in his grave. I've said that many times as well. LeBron, I think Jerry Buss, if Dr. Jerry was in his prime and still alive, he would not let any of this go on. At the end of the day, it's all going on. The bottom line is, and again, this is not just about LeBron and his Lakers tenure or
That
whatever.
what you're making about.
Well, this is what it came about because we talked about 20-something
Nigga,
years.
that's the topic of the
Hold on,
video.
listen. See, you her start to 30, please. It's funny. Y'all hate to get cut off. Y'all always cutting people off. At the end of the day, I don't like to play the game. You get what you get. You got Anthony Davis. You gotten all these players that you wanted, right? And then you act like you didn't want them once you got them. The bottom line is do what you need to do when you get them, and we don't have to do all of this. The fact of the matter is, Jordan got Scottie Pippen, right? That's one example.
All right.
What?
And no, but
Jordan
here's
got
the thing.
Scottie
Jordan
Here's
got
the
Pippen.
Scottie
thing.
Pippen.
But
What?
here's the thing, bro. Here's the
Oh
thing,
my
bro.
God, bro!
When you
Listen, I'm
bring
gonna
up the
say, I'm gonna
entity,
finish my statement. Jordan
but when
got
you bring
Scottie
up
Pippen
when you
and
bring up the
won
entity,
6 championships.
but when
Jordan
you
didn't
bring
get
up the
Scottie Pippen. What the fuck you talking about?
hold on, Star, bro. When you
Scottie
bring up
Pippen
the
was
entity,
drafted
when
through
you
his
bring up
team. You know what I'm
Star,
Jerry
fucking
Krause
talking
picked that
about.
nigga, bro. What the fuck you? That's your problem. These
That's
players not
okay.
GMs.
Again, no. See, you listen. You're listening. Scottie
nah, but
Pippen
this
was
where Roll
drafted to
messed up
Jordan's
at,
That's
Star.
what
team.
you just said, bro. You said Jordan got Scottie. Like Jordan without the
No,
Scottie
no, but
nigga.
Roll,
Jordan
no,
without
no,
the
but
get the
Star,
nigga. Fuck you talking about?
but Star,
Meaning the
this
Bulls
where,
drafted
nah,
Scottie
but
Pippen.
this where Roll messed
Oh
up
my
at,
God,
honestly,
damn.
and he messed
No, I
up.
don't
He
We
mess
messed
gonna get
up.
you
up.
right,
I
bro.
don't mess
Bro, we
up.
gonna get
Now
you right, bro. We getting you right, bro.
hold on,
We getting
Ro.
you right.
I finna
Uh,
tell you where you messed up at. I'm gonna tell you where you exactly messed up at for us right now, honestly. When you bring up the Anthony Davis thing, right? They did accomplish to get that one chip, right? But what has hindered the Lakers every year since they won that chip? Injuries with the key players like Anthony Davis. So when I brought up Giannis, that's the first thing you brought up. You brought up
I said
injuries
a
with the Milwaukee
combination. I
Bucks.
said a combination of injury,
No,
bad
yeah,
luck, and
all
everything.
right. So what I'm saying is the same thing that you said with the combination. The LeBron fanboys can come up here with the same thing. Like
But
shit,
that's
Anthony Davis
cool.
been
That's
hurt. Anthony
cool. But
Davis been hurt
look.
every year since we won the chip. And we done had injuries every year since we won in 2020.
Oh, guess
And they
what?
can use
LeBron
the
has
they
been
can use the
injured as well.
combination.
You're
But guess
right.
what? But guess what? They can use your saying it's a combination of things why we haven't won. So it like
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like
so at the end of the day,
if you
it's
gonna be
not a successful
critical
era. But
if you
hold on.
go
At the
if
end
you're
of the
Uh,
going to
day, it's
be
not a successful
critical,
era.
if you're going to be critical of LeBron because he haven't done shit since he won that one chip, it's several individuals that we could cook that haven't done well since they won that one chip. What has Kawhi Leonard done since he won that chip for Toronto? His whole tenure with the Clippers. You ain't
Let us
cooking
see to a
Kawhi
conference
Leonard. You
finals.
ain't
Let
cooking
us see to
Kawhi.
hold on. Let us see to a
Nah,
conference finals.
Paul
no,
George got
that
him
was
there.
Paul George,
Paul
nigga.
George got
Kawhi
him
missed
there.
games. What you
Paul
talking
George got
about?
him there. Kawhi Leonard
Kawhi
wasn't
got
there.
hurt in game. What are you talking about,
He
bro?
got hurt game
Yes,
four. And Paul George got him now. Paul
Yeah,
George,
bro.
Kawhi wasn't even a part of
Now
that. So
understand this.
you ain't gonna cook
Leonard is
Kawhi
not
Leonard
in that.
tender with the
Wait,
Clippers. Until you
You,
cook Kawhi Leonard with the Clippers, you really can't cook LeBron James till
Hold
you
on.
cook
what?
Kawhi
No,
Leonard with the
no,
Clippers.
no. Let's cook on that. Hold on. Let's cook on that. No, then Kawhi was the nigga that leveraged his franchise to get fucking Paul George. Then Kawhi
Uh-huh.
was the nigga is the reason why OKC got so many fucking draft picks. Ain't the Kawhi the same nigga is the reason why the Clippers don't have no fucking draft capital for the next 5 seasons?
Hold on.
Is that am I capping her? Or is that true?
You're inviting me. You're inviting me to cook
Am I
Kawhi.
capping?
Hold on.
Am I capping?
Listen.
I'm asking her a question. I'm asking her a question.
Listen. You're
I'm asking her a
inviting me to
question.
cook Kawhi Leonard when I currently call
Nope, you're not capping. You telling the
Hold
truth,
on.
Stretch.
Thank
Listen.
you. That's all I need to know.
I know. You two morons. I call the Los
Morons. You
Angeles
know you
Clippers.
never cook Kawhi Leonard, you
Again,
dumbass old senile
okay,
son of a
I'm
bitch.
gonna say
You
it
never
again.
cook Kawhi Leonard.
I call the Los Angeles Clippers the Los Angeles Strippers until
You
they
got
get
that from me though. The strippers come
no.
from me.
No,
I
I didn't.
started
No,
the
I didn't.
stripper thing on YouTube.
Okay.
I started it,
Until they get
nigga.
over 500, I call them the Los Angeles Strippers because there's no reason why a team with James Harden and Kawhi Leonard should be under 500.
No, but why you
So
ain't
I
talking about the whole why you ain't talking about the
no.
whole tender of Kawhi Leonard with the Clippers?
What
He
kills
ain't
me,
done shit
Yeah.
with the
I don't even
Clippers.
have
Hold on. Him and LeBron got to the same LA around the same time.
Well, actually 1 year later. 1 year
Yeah,
later.
exactly. Around the same time, exactly. So 8 years to 7 years.
No. LeBron's first year, Kawhi Leonard.
Exactly. You proved my point. 8 years to 7 years. Okay.
So
And
in
at least
that
LeBron got a
in
chip
that
with the
1 year,
Lakers.
hold
At
on, in
least
that
LeBron
1
got a
year,
Kawhi
chip.
came close. And Kawhi
Hell
ain't came
no.
close with
And
Dallas.
worse worse harm. Nigga, LeBron is old as fuck. He played way more games on the Lakers than Kawhi did on the Clippers. Way
not that many,
more
not that
games.
You
many,
don't keep
but
the
not that
same
many. But
energy,
okay,
bro. You don't keep the same energy,
cool.
man.
Okay, here's the same energy. LeBron is my 8th best player of all time. What do you think Kawhi is on my all time list?
How
I
much
don't
you dock
know.
him? It depends how
I
much you
don't
dock him
know
for this
because
Clipper shit. I
you
don't know how
think
much you
that
dock him
I
for the
don't even
Clipper
think
shit.
he's in my top.
watch this,
Hold on,
Sturdy. Now watch this,
listen.
Sturdy. This is what I'm gonna get him
I
at.
don't think he's in my
Do you
top
think
40.
Kawhi better than Scottie Pippen all time?
No, I don't think he
Okay.
has a greater career. So here we go. See what I'm saying? Y'all keep going on these diatribes. I don't have Giannis is
Nah,
my
I mean we
favorite.
don't go on a diatribe
Hold on.
like you though.
Giannis is my
We don't
favorite
we don't
Hell
player in
do
the
no.
that.
league. Giannis is my favorite player in the league. He's peaking in the top 20.
No, he's
But
So
you not
not.
hold. But
No,
hold on.
he's
But
not.
to her point, you're not holding him accountable for the same shit that you are alleging LeBron is did. Actually, Giannis came out publicly and said he wanted Dame. He came out publicly and said he tried to not public. There was a report that he leveraged to get Drew Holiday. And ever since the Bucks made no moves, they lost more draft capital, like you said, for the Lakers than LeBron. And actually, they been more strict in salary cap because they still had to pay Dame out because he got hurt. And just like Herm said, it's actually worse for the Bucks. Hold on, nigga. It's actually kind of way the same level for the Lakers because the Bucks made the playoffs ever since they chip. But unlike the Lakers, they didn't get back to the conference finals since they chip. The niggas didn't even got a second round.
This is what
Casual,
fanboys do. And
casual, casual,
they want to deny it, but they're fanboys.
casual. Who the
You
fuck's casual?
inviting me to hate on other players. If you actually listen to
No, hate on the players. No, you hate on LeBron. Exactly.
listen to
You proving
my
the whole point.
thoughts
You
on
proving
these
the whole
other
point.
players. Hold on. I'm gonna say it again. If you listen
You
to
just
my
proving the whole
thoughts
point, bro.
on these other players, I would say everything that you're saying, right? End of the day, these are one solitary moves that were made, and again, I mean,
I named you
I
multiple
wouldn't play.
moves, bro. That was multiple moves.
Okay, and I know y'all go with the Costas being drafted. Costas is a better NBA player than fucking Bronny. He actually got to the NBA on his own merit. The Knicks drafted Costas. You know what I'm saying? And it just so
And the
happened
same
Costas is
thing you
on the
accused LeBron
roster.
with Bronny.
Costas is
Giannis
on
had
the
his brother on the
roster
roster.
because
His brother done took a
of what's
roster
today,
spot
right?
for the Bucks for years. His brother
Actually,
done took a
it was
roster
two. It
spot
was
for
two of them.
years.
It was two of them at one point. It was two of them at one point.
Oh my God, man! Y'all invite me, and then when I start to cook niggas, y'all get mad. It's funny.
I mean, you
Look,
don't know how to
You
cook
keep
though.
saying
You don't
mad
know how to cook
when like
though.
we're
At the end of
sound
the day,
calm.
You don't
at the
know how to
end of the
cook
day,
though. I ain't gonna lie
fuck
to you.
y'all
You lost the
feelings.
Isaiah Thomas
Fuck
Chris
y'all
Paul
feelings.
debate, man.
The things
See, that's a problem,
the
bro.
two
You think,
bisexuals
bro?
love
You
to
think we
do.
talking about feelings, bro? We just brought up facts.
Everything y'all brought up is feelings.
Facts.
Again,
No, that's facts. What are you talking
The
about?
show was not about Giannis. The show wasn't about none of
Fuck
these. But you're
Giannis and
inviting me to
LeBron.
hate
Fuck
on these
them
other
both.
players.
Fuck them
And I'm
both.
going
All
to
I care.
say it. Hold on.
Sturdy done witnessed me cook Tim Duncan
Factual.
for the
See,
past
what do
month.
you want me to do? You
I
want me
Yeah.
to go
I
back and
don't care
talk
about
about Paul
nobody,
West said in
man.
1982, Herm?
No, I want you to
me
use common
Should I
sense.
make
Bro,
a
bro,
post about
I'm
Paul
gonna
West
say it
said in
again. I'm gonna say it again,
1982,
bro.
Herm?
Bro, I
Should I
want you
make
to
a
use
post
common
about?
sense.
Should I make a? Should I barely have a chance to talk about my own Knicks? If you look at
No,
my
you
last
don't. You got
Knicks,
plenty of fucking time to talk about the Knicks. Don't do that.
no, I don't, bro. I don't have
You
time to
capping.
record. I don't
Nigga,
have
you
a
be
lot
on
of time
Zay
to
channel.
record.
You be on these other nigga
Which is
platforms
why
and
you
shit.
didn't
We
see
talking about you got
a
time to talk
video
about the
in
Knicks.
3
That's
weeks.
cap.
So
That's cap.
again.
And now,
I'm
nigga,
one of
I was
the most
there the
transparent
last
channels out here,
live.
right?
I was there the last live. You talking about Knicks for 10 minutes. And the rest of the shit about LeBron and Lakers and shit, bro. The fuck you talking about?
You're right. Well,
For 10 minutes.
You're right.
A 2.5 stream. And you only get 10 minutes on the Knicks? The hell you talking about? You got time to talk about the Knicks. You don't want to talk about the Knicks, nigga. What you talking about?
Wait. So.
Fake ass Knicks fan.
At the time that the Knicks were playing, the game, and they were up 60. And I said what I had to say in my video, and I said what I had to say in those 10 minutes. The Knicks will be fine. So again, at the end of the day,
I had a 2.5 live stream, bro.
I brought it.
A 2.5 live hour stream, my nigga.
Sir. I brought it back to the Knicks several times. All right,
bro. At what point did you bring back? At what point did you bring back in the movie? At what point did you bring back in the live? At what point did you bring back in the live?
Man, bro, several times. You asking me to
at what time?
Computer, go.
It's your stream.
Hey, do what you do. Put Knicks in that video. Put Knicks, because I did bring them up several more times. Okay.
No, that's my point, bro. You lacking structure, my nigga. You lacking structure, my nigga.
My nigga, we were winning it. I know they're the Nets, but we were winning an NBA game by 60. And since then we beat the. And now, mind you, you want to talk about the Knicks right now? I'll do that. This is not a Knicks channel.
Yeah, you don't want to. Even on the Knicks channel, you don't talk about the Knicks like that. So when is a good time to talk about the Knicks?
I barely.
When is a good time to talk about the Knicks?
I barely have time to record. We,
all these excuses, man.
All these excuses. The bottom line is excuses. It was funny because I didn't know everybody has talked about the LeBron Genie shit. I haven't. Matter of fact, I think I recorded like a 5-minute video about it, but I didn't even drop it. So at the end of the day,
why you trying to be a follower, bro? Why you trying to be a follower?
What do you want me to do?
I keep saying it. Use common sense. Optimize you, bro. You don't need other niggas to be great, bro. You don't.
No matter how.
Winners were about winning, bro.
No matter how.
Winners were about winning, bro.
But no matter how you two feel, I'm going to say what I have to say.
Hey, bro.
Period.
Hey, bro.
I want you to be great, bro. Bro, I want you to be great. I want you to be great, bro.
I got your real rival waiting to come on the panel if you let him on.
I'm good.
Are you scared of switch?
Wait, I'm about to cut it out, boys.
I got nothing to say to that clown.
We got championship football.
You a bum. You scared of switch.
Nah, real rival.
You scared of switch, man. You scared of it, bro.
Okay. Y'all have a good day.
Hey, better yet, y'all debate next Saturday.
I'm good. I'm good, bro. I don't 2026. I don't deal with certain shit, bro. I'm not dealing with
that's clown.
Yeah, man, bro. I'm trying to make you great, bro.
This is how shit goes.
Bro, come on,
I don't play that game, bro. I don't play games like that. Period.
Basketball?
It's beyond basketball. It's beyond basketball at a certain point. So we y'all keep y'all Discord, and I'm good.
Well, anyway, boys, give me your pick right now. Patriots or Denver? Really quick.
I got Denver. Fuck Boston.
Patriots,
it's always fuck Boston. It's always fuck Boston.
Okay.
Fuck them niggas.
I don't like neither one of them bums, but I got the Patriots, man.
I can't.
How about Seattle?
The only time in my life I ever rooted for Boston, man, was when
I got the Rams winning it all though.
I only rooted for Boston 2 times in my life, and one of those times that's when Randy Moss was on the team. That's it. I'm not doing it again, bro. Fuck them niggas.
All right. Well, hey, we'll see what happens here. This was a great, I guess.
This is stupid. Nah, Travis, bro, y'all, Travis, man, bro, real talk, Travis. Like, forget A. John and Lamont, bro. Like, be unique, bro. Like, there's plenty of shit to talk about basketball, bro. Like, stop these reactionary streams of, oh, these LeBron fans said this, so we're gonna debunk this. Nigga, fuck them niggas.
You're right, Sturdy, 100%. Also, Dar would like to debate you next weekend if you're available.
Yeah, I ain't doing nothing Sunday. We'll probably chop it up. You know, you can find me at. You can find me
Yeah,
at.
man, we'll hit you up. We'll give you the details. But yeah, thanks for rolling up, man, for sure.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, hey, you heard it here. We're going to cut it off now. Good luck. Everyone here, thanks, Ro, for joining. Everyone else who pulled up. Herm, Sturdy, of course. Everyone pulls up. Always very knowledgeable, filled individuals, right? They're huge knowledge bases of the game, sports in general. Always a pleasure. And as you can see, they have great back and forth, just information, trade and tick for tack. So it's fun to watch them here. But hey, Eternal Basketball. If you know someone who wants to get into our debate league, like for by all means, hit me up, hit any one of us up with who you want to call out, the topic you'd like to do. We will set that up. We're all about that. We love it. So far we have at least 3 debates going on next weekend. Okay. And you see 2 of them down there. But yeah, we are all about trying to grow this, getting more people into debate. Everyone wants to smoke. And, we're going to see who has the better win-loss records. But enjoy championship football and kicking off here in just a few minutes. And we will see you guys again next Saturday, okay? And again, this has been Lights Out, Debunked, number 3 episode, okay? Didn't talk too much about it, but we'll do it again next week, see what happens. All right, we'll see you guys then.